Now we have ChatGPT Canvas. Using this, you can ask it to write a code, then modify the code directly in the user interface and able to ask any question by selecting the code, and it can automatically rewrite that for you. You can also write directly or edit in the interface. Also, you have multiple options to choose from, like code review, port to language, fix bugs, add logos, and add comments. So code review will be able to review the code and give you some suggestion which you can apply. Same like you do it for cursor. Then you have fix bugs, port to language, and much more. This can automatically improve your code accordingly. In regards to writing a content, when you ask it to write a content based on another document, it's able to clearly write it for you. Also, you should be able to review the content created. You have multiple options such as suggesting edits, adjust the length, reading level, add final polish, and add emojis. In regards to suggesting an edit, you should be able to select the content and able to ask it to modify based on your requirement, and it's able to do it for you. Next, you can select the title if required, and you can ask it to make it to be more creative, and it's able to write it for you. Next, you should be able to modify the reading level. So we are going to modify that to college level, and you can clearly see that it's modifying the content accordingly. You have this option in ChatGPT for the subscribed user. Click on this and you should be able to use that here, GPT-4o with Canvas. I'm going to take you through step by step the list of features which we just saw directly in this interface. But before that, I regularly create videos in regards to artificial intelligence on my YouTube channel. So do subscribe and click the bell icon to stay tuned. Make sure you click the like button so this video can be helpful for many others like you. So first, coming to ChatGPT, I'm choosing GPT-4o with Canvas in the drop down. So you should be able to collaborate on writing and code. So here I'm going to ask, write a blog article for me for my AI agency, and then clicking enter. Now you can see it's automatically writing the content for me, and also on the left hand side you can see a sidebar which gives me the instruction about the content created. You can also ask it to modify directly from the left hand side here, but for now I'm going to go at the top, select a piece of content, and going to ask make it compelling title. Click enter, and it's going to modify the title for me. Transform your business with our AI expertise. So I can even choose this. There are multiple options here. I can make it bold, and also I can change the content type. I'm going to choose heading 1, so that's the main heading for me, and you got multiple options here. I can even modify this text to heading 2, and accordingly I'm going to ask it to format the whole content. Let's see what it does. So it's formatting for me, and you can clearly see it's adding extra line breaks with subtitles, and it's very clear for me. Imagine how quickly and easily you can modify the content. So let's try. I'm going to select this and going to ask make it simple to read, and you can see it's automatically selecting the text and modifying it accordingly. That is nice. There is also an option to undo it. So if I click this, it can undo the previous version, and I can even come to the next version by clicking here. If I am happy with the content, I can just copy the text and use it for myself. Also, there is an icon on the right hand side which you can see here. So by clicking this icon, you have suggest edits, adjust the length, reading level, add final polish, and add emojis. So in regards to suggest edits, I'm going to click that, and automatically you can see it's going through the text and giving me some suggestion. Same like we have authors commenting on our Word document. So here you can see, consider specifying a concrete example of technology to make the introduction more engaging and relatable. So I can just click apply, and it's going to modify it accordingly. In today's fast changing world, staying ahead means using technology like automation tools and AI driven analytics to make life easier and more effective. So yeah, that is really good. So similarly, I can even apply other suggestions as it gave me. This is making our work super easy, and it's all done now. So here is the content. I'm going to modify this further. On the right hand side, going to choose adjust the length. So click on that. I want to keep it as long as possible, so making it longest. Let's see what is going to happen. So now you can see it's modifying the content. It's adding extra content, as you can see here. It's adding extra paragraphs, adding extra points for each topic. Services we offer: AI consulting, machine learning models, natural language processing, data analysis, and it's keep on adding more. Yeah, that is the length for the longest content, as you can see here. So let's count the number of words here, just copying it. So totally we've got 1141 words. That is a good place to start. Next, come to the right hand corner, and you have an option called reading level. Click on that. Then you got different reading level, such as middle school, kindergarten, high school, college, graduates. So I'm going to choose college. And now you can see it's modifying the whole content based on the reading level. So even if I want to make it kindergarten, it's able to modify that accordingly. This is super useful. Now next we are going to see on the right hand side, add final polish. Click on that and it's going to modify, adding the final polished content, and it's all done. You can see here, I've added some final polish to the text and checked the grammar for consistency and flow. Let me know if that's anything else you'd like to adjust. So yeah, this is really cool. Now the final feature in regards to content writing is add emojis. Clicking on that, now it's going to add emojis in the whole text. So this might not be useful if you are trying to write a large article, but this will be useful when you want to write a tweet or something. So I'm going to ask it to remove most of the emojis by just saying keep only 4 emojis in this article. Let's see if it's going to follow the rules. So just removing. So I've removed all but 4 emojis from the text, but I don't see any emojis in this article. But that is fine. At least it's able to write the article properly. Next, I'm going to click the new chat with 4O with canvas and going to ask it to create a snake game in HTML and CSS and JavaScript. So it's creating the code for me, and here's the code. I expected that this code should automatically run in the user interface, same like we have for artifacts in Claude, but I don't see it is executing the code, but it's just creating the code. So technically I need to copy this. I pasted that here in my VS Code editor. Now I'm playing the game, as you can see here, and the game is as expected. So as soon as I hit the wall, it says game over. Now if I want to optimize this code, there are options on the right hand side. So let's review the options here. We got code review, port to a language, fix bugs, add logs, and add comments. Let's try code review. Clicking on that. So it reviewed the code, as you can see here, and you can see the thing to consider. So if I click apply, it's going to modify things accordingly. You can see it's modifying the whole code line by line, and also it's very interactive. Now after this, even if you want to change any part of the code, you can directly change it from here, which is really cool. Next, we are going to see about port to a language. So by clicking that, even if I want to change that to Python or C++ or PHP, JavaScript, TypeScript, and Java. So in this case, I'm going to change that to Python, clicking on that and choosing Python. And now you can see the whole code is changing to Python code. This will be super useful if you plan to change a code from one language to another. I'm going to try running this, copying it, pasting that in my code editor, going to the terminal, pip install pygame, that's the required package, and then python snake.py and clicking enter. Now you can see the game here, the same code in Python. This is really nice. I'm going to game out. Now let's see the next option, that is fix bugs. Clicking on that, and it's going to review the code, as you can see here, and if there are any bugs, it's going to fix those issues. Now if we go and see the next option, that is add logs, clicking on that, and it's going to add logs to display on the screen. So here you can see print, so that is the log. So each area you can see the print statement is getting added to show the status of the game at various lines of code. Now next we are going to see about adding comments, clicking on that, and it's going to add comments about what each portion of the content is doing. So you can see the hashtag comments here. So overall, I'm really impressed with these features, but I would have been more happy if I was able to run this code in this user interface, just like we have artifacts in Claude. Considering you already like this canvas feature, there are many more features in ChatGPT. Those are introduced just recently, which are few of the key features which will improve your workflow or automation, which I will link that here. So do not forget to click that and watch that. I highly recommend it. And thanks for watching.